This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss of WDWNT.com, and here now are the top Disney park stories from around the world for July 25th, 2022. We know you've been waiting patiently for more information about MagicBand Plus before it debuts on the 27th. And in fact, just this morning, we noticed that the My Disney Experience app allowed us to add our MagicBand Plus to the roster of paired Magic Bands and, in fact, unlock some of its features. We were prompted to pair our MagicBand Plus to our phone via Bluetooth. Luckily, the app presented us with a how-to guide. This wasn't available in the app before this, so we never knew how to pair it. The steps to pair the MagicBand Plus via Bluetooth were as follows. Find the button on the back of your band, hold down for 3 seconds and release. The band will vibrate and pulse blue. To fully enjoy your MagicBand Plus, we are asked to ensure the band was fully updated. With pairing complete, we were greeted with a selection of new features, but first we needed to run an update. We're now able to access a new menu where we can see how much battery life remains in the MagicBand Plus. If it's correctly paired, we could pick a light-up theme and a settings option. Choosing a light-up theme will affect what color your MagicBand will glow. In order to access the interactive in-park experiences, a setting needs to be enabled. The Connected Park Experiences switch was turned off initially, so sliding the switch under the settings menu will activate the interactive features of the new band. It's also where a user can increase the sensitivity of the motion tracker within the band. From an icon on the home screen of the app, we were prompted to visit the Your Magic Bands and More page to discover more with MagicBand Plus. This opens up info on some of the new experiences coming with MagicBand Plus, like the Fab 50 statue interactive capabilities and Star Wars Batuu Bounty Hunters. Checking on the Batuu Bounty Hunters option gives us more information about the upcoming game. More information is given, and the Play Now link is there, but the game will not be live until the 27th when the bands debut. In addition to the extra feature information, there is a link to browse the available MagicBand Plus styles. They are not yet available, but it brings us to a page where they will be after launch. Under the new linking page, there's an option for linking the MagicBand Plus. There's also where you can link other types of Magic Bands, other admission cards, and change your PIN number. Admission media can be scanned with the camera, or Magic Bands can be tapped to the phone to pair to your account. Additional reservations can be linked by typing the confirmation number where the camera can't scan. There's a one-stop menu for linking all reservations and media in one place. So, of course, on the 27th, MagicBand Plus will launch. Stay tuned. We will have lots of coverage. After an absence of over 2 years, the traditional Merida meet and greet has returned to the Magic Kingdom in Fantasyland. The meet and greet area is decorated with Celtic-style art, including tapestries of Merida and her family. She was very happy to have returned. You can watch the video of her return right here on our channel. Cast members have begun training on the Walt Disney World Railroad of the Magic Kingdom, which has been closed for over 4 years during the construction of Tron Light Cycle Run. No reopening date has still been announced at this point, but training is a good sign that it is likely returning soon. During the closure, some sections of track have been replaced, and the Walter E. Disney engine was refurbished. It has since been used to test the updated track. Of course, Imagineering also hinted that there are a few surprises in store when the train returns. What those are, who knows? Maybe the surprise just is that we'll have a railroad again. Nonetheless, though, the first train track rails have been installed in the tunnel beneath Tron Light Cycle Run in Tomorrowland. Of course, the railroad again has been closed since 2018, but now it seems we are about to complete that track loop around the park once more. Kind of hard to see, but with the proper settings on the photo, you can see here there's definitely some track visible inside that tunnel. Again, no date just yet, but it seems with testing and cast members trained, it would seem we are maybe just a few weeks away from finally getting back on the railroad. Starting August 7th and ending August 9th, cast members will be able to preview the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique before it opens to the public on August 25th. Cast members will be able to make a reservation for up to 2 children between the ages of 3 and 12. The reservation does not include costumes or accessories, but does include hairstyling and a magical makeover by a fairy godmother's apprentice. That's the new name. Also allow for admission for 3 guests and the paying cast member for the day of the reservation. News Today is brought to you by the Sunshine Flyer, the new 1920s rail-themed transportation from Orlando International Airport to the Walt Disney World Resort hotels. Start your vacation experience as soon as you step off the plane with motor coaches that create the atmosphere of old-fashioned passenger cars. And no two designs are the same. Just in time for summer, kids ride free. If you book your trip now through July 31st, you can enjoy free tickets for kids and reduced pricing for adults. Tickets do not need to be used during that time frame. To reserve, visit sunshineflyer.com. If you loved your Jungle Cruise expedition and wanted to take home a punny reminder of your travels, we spotted a new short-sleeve Tommy Bahama button-up T-shirt filled with animals and jokes you've probably seen or heard on the famous cruise. In fact, I'm sporting it right now. Of course I needed one. The shirt does cost $130. It's a tropical T-shirt that we found at the Plaza del Sol Caribe Bazaar in Adventureland. That's at the exit of Pirates of the Caribbean, because the Jungle Cruise doesn't have a store. The shirt is full of greenery and familiar animals from the Amazon, the Nile, and more. Famous punny jokes from skippers are printed on the shirt as well, such as, "I've got a sinking feeling about this." So yeah, go pick up your new Jungle Cruise. It is a bit expensive, $130, but the Tommy Bahama shirts, they're very nice quality. Now, can't match Carousel of products, though. Of course, we've still got that WDWNT.com logo button down available at carouselproducts.com. Pick them up. I think we only got a few left at this point. Wine Bar George at Disney Springs is participating in the Flavors of Florida with a frozen Dole Whip Orange Old Fashioned. It's $14 a glass, and it comes with George Dickel 8-year-old Tennessee whiskey. The review on our website. A number of guests have been filmed trying to climb the sloped walls of the Quinjet platform in Avengers Campus in Paris over the weekend, and as a response, cast members have roped off the base of the walls to prevent further damage to both the wall and to guests. At DLP Report tweeted a photo of the new no climbing sign that was rushed into place. Of course, there's also some stanchions just blocking the area. I'm going to butcher this, but at Anthonix replied to the original tweet with video of guests actually running and jumping up the wall, in which one guest appears to maybe even hurt themselves in the video. So I'm not laughing at people hurting themselves, but this brings me back to, you may remember that Paris engagement story where the cast member Raphael interrupted the engagement, and I made a very specific point of how much guests just climb on things in Paris, and some people in the comments were a little combative. People in Florida climb stuff just as much. They don't. This was days into operation. They had to change this because people just decided this looked like a skate park ramp. I'm going to run up it. So they've already had to make changes. Hopefully a permanent fix will be figured out. What's funny is our good friend Jim Scholl, former Imagineer who worked on this land, actually tweeted what he intended to be a fix. They were going to put a big Avengers A logo sign there, which is meant to look cool, but also stop guests from doing this. Turns out Jim was right that guests would do that, and they should have put something there. After closing with the pandemic and not returning, it was made official in November of 2020 that Buffalo Bill's Wild West show was canceled in Paris. And then in May, signage and the Mickey statue began being removed from the front of the building. Now a demolition permit filed for the location shows that more work is coming soon. In a tweet from at Disneyland Works, we see that work permit was recently filed to begin the removal of much of the animal handling area. The buffalo enclosure, the horse stable, and the large horse riding arena are all slated for some sort of demolition, along with some pre-built containers and a technical room. The cover is not only the show space in some cases, but definitely all of the support area, which all of this is going to be done so that they can continue on with the remodeling and reimagining of the Disney Village, which is slated to really begin in full swing later this year. While we're not sure when we'll get to try everything in the new Zootopia-themed land coming to Shanghai Disneyland, we have seen yet another momentous occasion marked as parts of the Zootopia city skyline have taken shape on top of the e-ticket attraction. In these photos that were tweeted by former Imagineer Morgan Lee Richardson, who worked on the project, these photos released by Shanghai Disney Resort, we see the tops of the buildings, the skyscrapers of the city being added to steel tower structures within view of the enchanted storybook castle. In addition to the towers being added as a whole by the crane, other buildings can be seen being built surrounded by scaffolding. The former Imagineer shared his thoughts on the buildings from an inside perspective as one of those who worked on the project. This comes as the most recent milestone in the construction progress of the land, as they've been doing greenscaping and working on the animatronics and things of that sort. We still have no opening date set for Zootopia, but for those of us elsewhere in the world, it doesn't really matter because you can't travel to China. The new Disney Wish cruise ship has officially set sail, and we were on one of the first voyages, staying in a deluxe family stateroom with a veranda. You could join us for a full tour of that room if you want to take that tour in photos. It's on our website, or right here on YouTube, I take you on a walkthrough of the room. Speaking of the Disney Wish, we also have a comprehensive tour and review of the Keg and Compass, which is my personal favorite space on the ship. It's a Nordic-style pub resembling a traditional sailor's map room. Found little secrets in the ceiling, including incredible woodwork and, of course, some fantastic alcoholic beverages, one served in a glass horn. So go check out the review on our website. Plenty more Wish coverage coming both here on YouTube and as well on the site. In fact, you can watch the entire Avengers Quantum Encounter show where we got this really cool cup. And we're also going to have some cool haul videos. I'm going to show you everything I bought on the Wish, and as well, everything we picked up out at Disneyland Paris, and some fun haul videos coming up in the next week or so. Fantasy Springs, the exciting $2 billion expansion featuring Frozen, Tangled, and Peter Pan, is still under construction and set to open sometime next year at Tokyo Disney Sea. There's been so much change at the site that we had to head down to take a look for ourselves. Get a basic overview via a short video here on our YouTube channel, but I'll walk you through some of the details here now. You can make out the giant glass windows of the Fantasy Springs Hotel from the other side of Tokyo Disneyland at the moment. The light pink color sure helps the hotel stand out. Scaffolds are pretty much down on the vast majority of the hotel's west side. Some still remain on the north wall facing the park. Ornamentations and filaments are in place, and the hotel is ready on the exterior. It's a bit more bland of a design than maybe we would have expected from the Tokyo Disney Resort, but ornamentation and filaments are in place, and the hotel is at least ready on its exterior. The south side of the main building is still partially covered, although most of it is out of scaffolding. The entrance porte-cochere still needs some work, as does the dome over the lobby. Structures flanking the area are still under scaffolding as well, although painting looks to be just about complete. The landscaping is largely done as well, although more grass and smaller bushes are probably still needed. The concrete staircase leading down to Bayside Station appears to be almost completed too. We can see more of that detailing on the south wing of the hotel as well, also not under scaffolds. And the 3 tunnels under the structure still are covered though. Not much is left on the outside of the south wing either, and looking into the park reveals most of the work is focused on the lobby area of the new hotel, but surely it won't be long before we see those come down too. The North Mountain of Frozen looks to be undergoing painting, with the whitish blue color already visible on the lower sections. Painting hasn't reached much of the other superstructure hiding the Frozen attraction, but it looks like rockwork is nearing completion. Structures surrounding the mountain and much of what will become Arendelle remain mostly steel, with additional features not yet being added. And work continues on the Neverland Mountains nearby, with painting not yet underway on the 3 tallest. Work on the attraction building structure seems to be otherwise complete in Neverland, with most work now likely taking place inside. Landscaping prep work appears to be underway for the corner between the hotel and the Pixie Hollow attraction. The Jolly Roger ship, the painting on that looks to be almost done, from our limited point of view at least. Looking further back into the Tangled area, it seems the first buildings inside the land are ready on the outside, with what we presume is the Snuggly Duckling mostly out of scaffolding and show ready. Another building adjacent, possibly a shop, also looks to be ready and uncovered. Rockwork on the mountain surrounding Rapunzel's tower and flanking the exit is well underway, with the tops fully painted and out in the open. Moving back towards the Frozen area, we can see more love is still needed on these buildings. The waterfall between the hotel, Peter Pan, and Frozen is starting to come out of its covers, still gray despite its scaffolding being down. Work on the future entrance to the land from the Lost River Delta and Arabian coast in Disney Sea is harder to observe with the power generator building in the way, but it looks to be coming along nicely. Again, if you want to check out all those photos, you can check them out on the website. And for the latest Disney Parks news, of course, always head on over to WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, The Vacationeer, the engineers of your next magical vacation. Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next magical trip. The best part, their services are free. Visit WDWNT.travel for details. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to WDW News Today on YouTube for more great content, and click the bell for notifications. Also, hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of the show. Don't forget about WDWNT TV as well, our sister channel where all the fun is. You can check that out at WDWNT.tv or just search for WDWNT TV right here on YouTube. News Tonight is back this Thursday live at 9 p.m. on that channel. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
WDW News Tonight is our weekly comedy show combining the news of the week, comedy segments, thoughtful discussions, insane characters, parody commercials, games, and more. Watch live on Thursdays at 9 p.m. and become a WIGS member to get access to a bonus post show. Watch WDW News Tonight episodes anytime and live on YouTube, or get the audio-only version on iTunes and other podcast services.